How's it going, guys? It's Owen here. Today about some more Trick and Treat. In the last episode we actually got the ending 6 of 7. I know I did say I might not actually be coming back to this game, but to be honest am interested in what sort of endings this game has to offer. That being said, this is the very first choice we have to make, was either pick up the cat or ignore it. That being said, I'm going to click now, ignore the cat, and see what happens. It's best to continue without waking her. The cat is dangerous. It's her fault that I ended up in this place, and my friends are missing. I don't know what else that cat is capable of doing, so I decided it's best to leave her behind and continue walking. 2:37 AM. I soon lost sight of the cat. Once more, I found myself in the dark forest. Walking aimlessly, only moving forward, but it didn't seem I was getting anywhere. Come here, you'll be safe. I suddenly stopped. It was probably easy to see the disbelief on my face at that moment. It's that voice again. I whispered to myself, with no one to listen to me. Shortly after, I got away from the cat. A mysterious voice appeared in my mind. It is a feminine voice, soft and gentle, as if it belonged to a princess from a fairy tale. But I can't trust it. Am I really going crazy? Or is it this forest doesn't make any sense? I don't know, but I don't like any of the two options. Don't be afraid. Come with me. I'll help you. Every time the voice is heard more clearly, stronger and more often. She seems to be leading me somewhere. It does not inspire me with confidence, but between the voice and staying here with the putrid forest that seems to have no end, I choose to follow it. Now this is definitely different. Shortly after, I arrive to a clearing in the forest. At last, I can see the night sky. The full moon shines, elegantly surrounded by the blanket of darkness and stars. A beautiful image, but there's something strange in it. How weird. Wasn't there a half moon tonight? I said to myself as I looked at the moon and tried to remember a vague memory in my mind. Anyway, it's not important. The moon will come to save me. The moon will not come to save me. I lowered my sight. It was then that I noticed there was a cabin in the clearing. It was hidden underneath the shade of the trees nearby, so I didn't see it before, I think. The cabin looks old and worn down, even depressing, but if I'm lucky, there may be someone there. Open the door, I'm waiting for you, my knight. Suddenly I hear the voice again. It was in this cabin, no doubt. Somehow, her voice sounds different this time. It was an inexplicable kindness, even love. I feel as if I were a man returning home to see his wife. After thinking about it a moment, I can't help but laugh at myself. How silly, I must be really losing my mind, I said as a joke, hiding my anxiety with humour. In any case, there's nothing for me here. There's nothing for me but to open the door. However, I can't stop thinking that I'm forgetting something. My hand then slowly opens the door to the cabin. What awaits me there is something that leads me, whatever that word was. The bodies of the 5 missing people were hanging as if they were puppets, with empty eyes, but all of them are facing me. And between them is a woman with a big smile. I opened my eyes wide with amazement, and my lips got dry. Finally, I remembered what I was forgetting, when it was too late. Thank you for saving me. By giving me your life, she said the voice, with an indescribable love, but announcing my horrible destiny. It's true, Matthew disappeared in the clearing without any trace. I have no breath to speak. I just know that we can add one more to the list. Finn. So alright, we've got another ending there. What ending was this one? That was ending 1, unknown aggressor. That being said, guys, I'll see you when we're back at the second choice we have to make, and hopefully that takes us somewhere else as well. Alright guys, we're back to the second option we have to make here. We have to choose to confront the cat, or escape the cat. This time I'm going to click escape and see what happens. Look, thinking about it, I think it might just lead me to the same ending, but never know. Might be some different endings at some point. Might have to make another choice somewhere, I think. It's best for me to escape from this accursed cat. I made a mistake by bringing her with me. The cat only brings problems. I don't feel very sure about that voice, but perhaps it can guide me to the exit. It sounded kind, and I certainly don't want to stay with this animal. With that in mind, I try to move forward, but the cat blocks my path. No matter how hard I try, she moves faster than me, showing me her claws and fangs furiously, as if preparing to attack me. My instincts tells me that it would be better to not go one step further. I don't know what she can do, but that cat is dangerous. Suddenly the cat begins to meow thunderously, almost making me deaf. My heart skips a beat with each of them, as if I were hearing a wild beast roar furiously. My breathing becomes agitated. Those meows are wrecking my nerves. I have no other way out. I don't care what about the voice anymore. All I want to do is lose sight from this cat. That pretty much. So not wasting a second more, I start to run in the opposite direction, begging she will not follow me. I run through the forest, not looking back, forgetting about everything except my desire to get away from her. I have no idea where I'm going, or how long it's been since I started to run, but I don't care. My lungs burn and my heart beats anxiously, begging for me for a rest, but I cannot give myself in to the luxury. Stronger than the pleas of rest from my body are the pleas from the soul crying terrified, asking me to continue running until I can't anymore. Sometimes I hear the strange voice again, sounding in my head. But whenever it happens, the echo of the cat's meows are heard throughout the forest, freezing my blood again, and reminding me that I cannot stop. I feel sorry for the voice, but I can't answer your call. I'm so desperate that more than 3 times I've fallen flat to the ground, and many more times hurt with the branches of trees. But then again, but that pain doesn't stop me. I'll keep running until my legs can't go one single step further. 2:57 AM. Right, here we go. I don't know how long I've been running, but for some minutes I haven't heard any of them, neither the voice nor the meows. Much to my relief. Finally I stop resting my hands on my knees and feeling on the verge of faint. I breathe using my mouth, trying to fill my lungs with as much air as I can, while my legs hurt as if they had been hammered mercilessly. But this pain does not bother me, because I finally feel safe. Suddenly I look up to find something that fills me with joy. I see the exit of the forest. I did it! I escaped this demonic forest. I didn't become another victim of disappearances. Just thinking about it almost brings tears to my eyes. Axel! Axel! Suddenly I hear someone calling my name. But it isn't any strange voice. It's the voices of my friends who are looking for me. Hey! Over here! I shout without hesitation, with a bit of difficulty because of my shortness of breath. Soon they found me and impatiently run towards me. Where are you? The warrior is killing us! Stephen said with a face I don't remember having ever seen before. Before answering, I take a deep breath. Inside the forest, I couldn't find the exit. That's strange. After that hit us, we both woke up out of the forest. We thought that you'd be close, but we couldn't find you anywhere. Explained Alfred, who also looks at me with a great relief on his face. And you didn't try to find me in the forest? I started feeling a little annoyed because they didn't go to save me as great friends. Instantly, both Stephen and Alfred shake their heads in denial. I didn't want to go back in. Alfred said, almost eating nails from imagining it. Me either, after seeing that demonic cat, no. Also, we had hopes that you would be outside just as we were. I sigh after hearing them, but I soon forget about my annoyance. Well, I really don't blame you. The most important thing is that we were all safe. Yes, but that was somewhat terrifying, confessed Stephen with a pale face. After that roar, I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know what was going to become of us. I was about to tell them about all I had gone through, just before saying I changed my mind. They didn't need to know that important thing. They need to know the important thing is that we escaped and nobody got hurt. Well, I think we've had enough of this test of courage. We better go back home, I said, looking horribly tired. Without hesitation, both of them responded with a nod. After that, everyone started to walk back home without looking back. Despite everything, I have to say that our main goal was fulfilled. We had the memorable night. The legend is true. Now I know it. So looks like on this ending, we actually did not lose our memory this time. Alright, what ending was this one? Surviving the cat's attack. So I've got 2 more in this episode here. Might do 2 endings per episode to make this a little bit longer let's play. So that being said though guys, I'm going to end this episode here. If you'd like to see more, please leave a like and share, it helps to build a bigger community. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye, take care, and thank you all so much for watching.